as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, and now some space to operate. There he goes right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Second and 16. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Falcons send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is McCaffrey on the give. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
from the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Falcons.
Set, ready.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 29. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And this is caught off a deflection. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
We give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. McCaffrey. He is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Here we go with McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he completes this to Russell Gage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep down the field.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coach is up in the box.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Much
Now it's Rodgers. Got a man complete to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Push him back. Hey, Mike. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day.
Throwing is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
26.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Rodgers now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch 14. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 50. 10-30.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Throwing now is Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. On play action. Now Rodgers.
And caught by Tremble.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On first down, it's Hubbard, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The Panthers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal.
This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown! Russell Gage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. A quick throw, but incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 15. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
54. Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run on 1st down. Hubbard, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Carolina, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Atlanta,
The losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.